I'm being told to tell you that as much as you want to plan for this, you're just gonna have to go with the flow with it. And by going with the flow, I mean not rushing your body, flowing with what your body is telling you when and what to do. That sound was just my tarot deck opening and closing. We're gonna get into it, but just a starting message. I also want to call it now. I would not be surprised if the World card comes out, because I was getting heavy colors over like the color teal, which to me, obviously blue and green combine. Blue, for me, is the color of love. It's like the color of trust. Also, it's the throat chakra if you're interested in that. And then green is the heart chakra, but it's also nature to me. It's the color of happiness to me. Comfort. And then if you're new to my channel, you may hear some background noises because I have a cat who may show his face in the video. We'll see. But yeah, do a little tarot reading for you. Automatically, we got 2 cards falling on the ground. We got the 10 of Cups. And, ooh, so the second one actually ended up being 2 cards. I'm going to flip those to see if there's any in reverse, but just so you can see those, we've got the 10 of Cups with the 6 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. And then on the bottom of the deck is 4 of Swords as well. Let's do some flippings. I am feeling the 10 of Cups is normal, upright, one might say. Ah, the 6 of Pentacles is in reverse. That's what it is. Okay. And I'm going to adjust the camera angle real quick, so don't mind me. Alright, so with the 10 of Cups, we've got this emotional completion. Whatever emotional journey you've been working on, whether you've been working on like a mindset or trying to heal something internally, I'm seeing that you've definitely put a lot of work into that, and that is being paid off. 10, like I said, is a number of completion. I've been seeing 10 or like 1,000 a lot recently, or like 1010. So that could be a synchronicity for you. To clarify that, we have the 7 of Swords upright and the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So this is giving me the energy that you may not have all the information on the situation, but your material is changing. With the 6 of Pentacles upright, it's like, it gives me the vibe of like getting a scholarship almost. Like, when I think of the number 6 in the tarot, my mind immediately goes to the 6 of Cups, because that's just the one that comes to me the quickest. And that card talks about like childhood nostalgia, but that's the Cups, right? This is Pentacles. So 6 of Pentacles normally is like receiving a gift, receiving help, receiving an offering. In reverse, it's giving to me like either A, you're not seeing that you're going to be given this. It's hidden from you, which would make sense with the 7 of Swords, since those two came out together. It can also mean that you're thinking about giving to somebody else and you're kind of stalling on it. Maybe you're hiding from the fact that you want to give to somebody else. Whichever one of those two makes the most sense with whatever emotional lesson that you've been working on recently, I would take that. Also, I just saw 414 on the timer, so if that matters to you, when you add all those numbers up, you get 9, which is the number like right before the big finish. So that's interesting. Let's get some more tarot on this. What's with that 6 of Pentacles in reverse? Ooh, okay. We got the 2 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so I'm getting the vibe that you're not the one who's doing the planning here. It could be that you're receiving something, but you're not really knowing it's going to happen. Another card came out. And it's the Strength. Interesting. I'm going to change the camera angle so there's less glare, and then we'll get right back to it. To me, the Strength card is giving... If we have those two routes of taking the Six of Pentacles with the Two of Wands, since this is a collective reading, I'm going to go through both. But I'm getting the vibes that it's either A, you need to have the strength to be able to put in the planning towards being able to give somebody an offering of some type, maybe one that you've been considering for a while. I'm not going to say this is like the only example, but Ten of Cups is considered like a marriage happy family card. So if you're trying to think of to propose to somebody, you got to have the strength to pull through, right? We could get that kind of meaning with the Two of Wands in reverse being like you should be planning something but you're not kind of a vibe. And then with the Six of Pentacles being giving something instead of receiving something. Another interpretation could be that if you're not seeing the Six of Pentacles gift being given to you, like it's not in your physical yet, somebody could be thinking about giving something to you and you're not aware of their planning, like you're not aware that they're thinking about doing this. So you're gonna have to like be strong enough in yourself to just kind of not wait, but be okay with the fact that you don't know everything about everyone's thoughts about you around you kind of vibe. Which sounds easier than it's done, I will say. That's with the Seven of Swords. Oh, you'll never guess what came out. It was the World card. I told you. Yeah, so this to me is giving... It's the end of you not knowing, right? World is the completion card. It's oh, I just dropped like half my deck. Oh, and you'll never guess what came out on the bottom after I dropped the bottom half of the deck. Judgment, action. Yeah, I'm getting the vibe. You're very much... Okay. Whether or not you're on the side of this that is the one giving the offer and / or the one not knowing they're going to receive an offer... My cat meowed at that second one, so I'm feeling this might be the second one. Yeah? Oh yeah, okay. It's giving that you're about to find out. Like, if you're the person who does not know about this offering, you're about to find out. You may feel a little bit anxious, like you need to protect yourself, like in the material, because I have the Five of Pentacles was under the Judgment card. So for me in this moment, that's giving like you may feel like you literally need to protect your material, your energy. So before I started doing this reading, I felt channeled to pull my hood up over my head. So if you do over the head coverings for any spiritual protection, you may be feeling drawn to do that right now. Somebody's probably in your energy thinking about giving you some kind of act of kindness, but because you're not seeing it yet, like this person hasn't talked to you about it, you probably don't even like have conversations with this person about this subject matter, you're not seeing it yet, but the end of that being hidden from you is with action. So like obviously when the secret gets out, the action being the secret is exposed, that would be the action, right? I think of like if somebody's throwing a surprise party for you. You're not going to know about the surprise party until you do the action of walking in the physical door and seeing the lights turned on with everybody there. So if you're on the side of being the one receiving this act of kindness but not necessarily knowing about it or seeing, I say not necessarily knowing because I feel like you're feeling this, hence why you're still here, but you're just not seeing it yet kind of a thing. You could be really intuitive, you could be kind of psychic. It's giving some action will be taken place that will end the secrets. And that action, it could be very, very in tune. I meant to say aligned with, so something along those lines with your purpose in life. So like, I should also mention that externally, besides the World card, which I called at the beginning of the reading, the only major arcana you have are Judgment and Strength. So it's giving the vibe that you really need to have the strength to be able to pursue whatever aligns with or isn't in tune with your life purpose, right? if you're given this act of kindness, does this act of kindness that you are receiving align with what you want in life, right? If it does, fuck yeah. If it doesn't, there you go. I'm going to pick up the cards that fell on the floor, but as I'm doing that, I should note that Page of Pentacles, King of Wands, Ten of Wands, and Ten of Swords are the ones that I can physically see. But the one that came up kind of upside down, that we're going to flip together, is Page of Wands. Yeah, I'm going to go with the vibe that you're the one receiving this offer, and it's coming in fast. Wands and Swords, I forget off the top of my head, but both of them are incredibly fast suits. I don't remember which one is the faster of the two, but Wands talks about passion, creativity. I like to think of like a race car kind of a vibe. As my cat fucking bolts it across the room. Yeah, literally, like... So this Page of Wands could be somebody wanting to work on a creative effort with you. This Page of Wands could be somebody wanting to commission you for art. There's a couple of examples with that. My cat's meowing again, so maybe confirmation for you. If you're somebody who sells art online or something like that, you could be receiving a bunch of orders. Yeah. This is exciting for you. I'm going to pull one more card, and then we're going to get into my other decks. So the moon came out, and I'm going to flip it to see if it's upright or reversed. Reversed. All right. So to me, this is giving the secret's gonna come out. Which makes sense, right? Because we had that Seven of Swords. The secret's gonna come out. Things will be put into illumination. It just hasn't happened yet. Hence why it's still a secret. But it's going to. And I try to post these readings pretty quickly, like after I do them, so the energy is still fresh. And so while I think that this is a timeless reading, and I have that intention that if you can find it at any point in time, then it applies to this point in your life. Kind of like how we all go, well, not all. Kind of like how people have seasons of weather, and yet the individual might have like a season of their life, right? So there's this one song by Celeste that is called In the Summer of My Life. Makes me think of that, where it's like, it could be winter where you're at for all I know, but you're in the summer of your life, right? That's kind of what I get with this, where it's like, despite the fact that you may be finding this, whether I post it immediately or you find it months or years down the line, whatever you're going through right now, there's going to be this illumination of other people's wants and desires with you, specifically things that they can offer you, like acts of kindness, but also you do have two wands, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is something that's very passionate, very sacral, chakra driven, if you're into chakras. And then the Ace of Wands has been like low-key kind of staring at me as well on the bottom of the deck. And just out of curiosity, the Three of Pentacles being right under it. Yeah, I would say get excited for this new passionate beginning of no more secrets. Can't really tell you what the secrets are about because it's a case-by-case scenario. This is a collective reading, but I cut my deck to the Tower. So whatever the secret is, it's a fucking big one, bro. Like, it's big. And then I also cut it again to Temperance with the star on the bottom. Here, I'll show you. So Temperance and star. And then King of Cups. Yeah, there's like some big emotional secret that's very passionate. That's going to be pretty life-altering. I just had a slight Australian accent for a second for some reason. So you could be Australian or know somebody who is. I don't know. I think that country's cool. But anyways. But no, like it's giving secrets to be illuminated. Get excited for this. Something in your material will be given some light, and it could be aligning with your life purpose. So you just have to have the strength to receive the information, have the strength to choose what is right for you, have the strength to know that you don't have to know all the answers all at once. That energy I was getting at the beginning where it's like not rushing and listening to your body and going to take things at your own pace. interesting that I phrased it like that, like you're going to take things your own pace. This is not something that you struggle with, the issue of listening to your body, but it's more that I want to remind you, because I get the vibe you're about to experience some information. Take your time with the information. The song Whim by Hayley Williams is coming up, and then I was getting a 5 Sing of Summer song earlier, but I'm blanking on it right now. But those could be some artists that you align with. Specifically though, I want you to listen to Whim by Hayley Williams. That is what this is giving. That song talks about it in a romance love scenario, but this could also just be like creative efforts, passions, art. This could be about a career job, you know. Take it as you will. But the idea of that song in particular is very much like, I feel like you would get something from that. But yeah, we're going to move on to our next deck. All the decks will be listed in the description if you are interested. Here is the next one we will use, The Earthly Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle by Terri Foss. This one's really nice because it kind of gives you sentences to build off of. Oh, hello, Queso. He's just saying hi. So the cards that I pulled for this one are White Light in the top left-hand corner. The top right-hand corner is Centered. The bottom left-hand corner is Wisdom. And the bottom right-hand corner is Magical. Normally, I read these cards from the book, but I'm not going to do that this time. So if you're interested, either check out the deck, or we'll probably get these cards in later readings as well. But immediately, this is giving the vibe that you already know how to handle this. And despite the fact that it might seem a little bit fairy tale-esque, a little bit out of the ordinary, but in a good way, it's something that you will be able to handle well. Something that is in your field of expertise. You know what you're doing, is what I'm trying to say, right? That White Light card has come out before. It's giving very much, you are protected, you are going to be okay. Whatever is being exposed to you is being exposed to you because you can handle it. This could be something that you've been wanting to hear about. Or maybe like just kind of thinking that, like, feeling like somebody wants to tell you something, but you're not really sure who or what. And so you'd be getting anxious about it. Know that you are protected, and this is something that's not going to hurt you. I cut the deck to clarity, so I'll show you that card real quick. Yeah. As I readjust the camera, I just want to kind of talk about how it can be kind of hard to feel like you know what you're doing when you're in a new situation, but you'd be surprised how many skills that you learn in other parts of life can be applied to new parts of life. I find that the things that I worked on as a kid help me as an adult, and the things that I worked on as a brand new adult have helped me later on in my adulthood life, even though I'm like 23, but still. So even though this might be something that's new, like we saw when I cut the deck, the Ace of Wands came out with that 3 Pentacles, right? There's something that's new that you will be hearing about with that new information, the lack of secrets. And the first reaction might be a little bit like, oh fuck, you know, a little bit much. But know that you know how to center yourself. You know that you are protected. You know that you have people that you can rely on. You know, so you don't need to stress. And this is coming to you in a way that you might not be able to understand, but it's still coming to you. And I think that it'd be more important for you to sit in the energy of it existing rather than sitting in the energy of questioning why it's here in the first place. It reminds me, and this will be the last thing that I say before I get the next deck, of the thing that I put in all my singing covers. It doesn't have to be perfect to be, it just has to be. The idea that you can create something, and the point is that you created it, not necessarily that you created perfection. It's cool if you do that too, don't get me wrong, but when creating art, the aim is never perfection. The aim is art. So, take that as you will while I grab the next deck. This next deck is my favorite. I would say, at least the favorite of the ones that I use for the videos. I don't have many decks, but I have one that is personal that I only use for me and my friends. I would probably say that one's my favorite, but I really like this one. So, I'm getting called to show you the general pictures of this deck. So, there we go. I had to get into focus. But yeah. My camera really wants to focus on this one, so we're going to read the top one. Purple, interesting, okay. So we'll go into the first part. Trust yourself to catch yourself. Understanding your needs and acknowledging your inner child allows you to start building this trust. And that very much feels like what I was just talking about. The idea that you can trust yourself in this new scenario. You will be able to handle whatever you need to handle because you've been through things that your inner child experienced and learned from. You've been through things that your inner teenager has experienced and learned from. You've been through things that your maybe even adult mini self, maybe you're like older than me and you've already been through your early 20s. Your being has been through lessons that have gotten you to this point. You can handle this. I'm going to read it one more time, and I want you to close your eyes and just meditate on what these words, when told to you, what they make you feel, and then we'll get to the last thing. Trust yourself to catch yourself. Understanding your needs and acknowledging your inner child allows you to start building this trust. And then because of this deck has these little rituals, I'm going to redo this. These can often be used as journal prompts. So if you'd like to do that, you may totally as well. But no pressure. If you just want to kind of meditate on it, that also is very helpful. I said berry helpful, so maybe you're going to eat some fresh berries after this. I don't know. Anyways, what is one commitment you can make to yourself today? Write it down on a piece of paper and place the note by your bedside or on your mirror. And then we're going to look at the art. Just kind of meditate on this energy. What does this art make you feel? Do any thoughts or emotions come to mind? I think it's also interesting that my nails are clean for this one. I was going to paint my nails and then I decided not yet. So it could be something of like a clean slate. Maybe that's new information that's going to be revealed to you. Is that there's this clean slate coming towards you. New energies could also be another way to interpret the idea of clean slate. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. I just did the Sophia Night Guard. All right. I'm neurodivergent. So sometimes I do vocal stems like that, but maybe you watch Sophia Night Guard. I don't know. But either way, I hope you have a great day. I hope this helped. Just remember to breathe and trust yourself. And if you don't know how to trust yourself, there was some advice on how to get started. So, if you're still here, please check out my link tree in my YouTube description and YouTube bio to help donate money to Palestine, Sudan, Congo, Yemen, and Haiti, as well as many more. The whole point of that link tree is to help put money to where money can help people live better lives. So if you're interested in doing that, please do so. Also, if you're an immigrant, particularly in the USA, I hope you're having a beautiful, amazing, relaxing day. And I hope that you get some new decor for your car or your vehicle. Right now, at my window, I'm looking at my vehicle, and I have this little sunflower, little like bobber head thing on the dash, as well as these fuzzy red dice that are like Five Nights at Freddy's. So maybe you'll get to get some new car decor for you. But yeah, have a great day. stay safe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.